Yes, Somsi bro, you asked what happened. Actually, this is unfortunate because of the power cut. We got disconnected. Because of that sudden power cut, we got disconnected. Okay, so I feel we are all ready. Okay, so you all could listen me and see me as well. So now let's resume. This is very unfortunate because of power cut. We got disconnected. Now. Actually, you were saying to Albert that that last week there was a duel, there was a fight between two boys, two students in the school hostel, and one of them was killed. At this, Albert was very much agitated, and he asked that what happens to one who killed him, and who happened, what happened to that killers, what happened to the murderers? Nothing, of course. Yuri told, nothing, of course. He is even proud of it. Even he is very proud. Means who killed the other boy, the killer, the murderer, he was very proud of his job. His only worry is that the authorities have told him not to fight any more duels. Actually, what he worried, what the killers or murderers had told, actually the killer was very much concerned that the authorities had forbidden him to fight any more duels, and that is why he was feeling sorry. Means he was beforehand he was feeling proud after killing one of his friend. Okay, he is upset about these because he hasn't a single scar on his face to wear for the rest of his life as a badge of honor. Now could you imagine that the murderer who had killed the other boy, he was a little bit upset. Why? Because during the fight, he did not receive any mark on his face, so that he could show it when he would grow up. He would show others that, see, this is the badge of honors, and I have developed this mark. I got this mark during when I was killing the other student. So actually, he would take more pride if he could tell like this to the other people that, see this mark. I have got this mark. Do you know when I was killing the other when I was killing other student? But he did not have such a mark in his face. That is why he is upset. So understand how desperate the students were. Oh, exclaimed Albert. This is very usual. Yes, exclaimed Albert was very much, very much surprised. And these are the students. Albert was asking this to Yuri. These are the students. Is this at all student like that somebody was killing the other students and he is not regretting, rather he is feeling pride for he is feeling very much proud. This is his pride that after killing that he had killed one of his friends. But he is upset, in the same time he is upset because he did not have any mark during the fight, so that he could show others that, see, this is the mark, that I had got this mark while I was killing the other students. Well, you will be a student one day, said Yuri. Yuri told, you will be like this one day, you will be a student. Here, student means you are going to pass from this school, okay, you are going to be a student like this. I doubt it, said Albert gloomily. Here, gloomily means sadly. Albert told sadly, I doubt it, I have enough doubt. I don't think I will ever pass the exams for the school diploma. Diploma means the final result, the school final result. And Albert told Yuri that I don't think, he actually did not have that faith, he did not have that confidence in himself that he could ever pass the exam for the school diploma. Albert told this to Yuri, that I don't think I will ever pass the exam for the school diploma. I am not going to pass the exam. Here, diploma means that final result. After passing the course of school, when you would get the result. Now, Albert told this to Yuri, I am not going to be a student because I don't think I would ever pass this exam. He told his cousin Ilse the same next time she came to Munich. Now, Ilse was Einstein's cousin. Sometimes Ilse also would come to visit Einstein in Munich. So, Einstein also told this to Ilse, his cousin, when Ilse came next time to visit Einstein in Munich. Normally, she lived in Berlin, where her father had a business. We know Berlin is in Germany, Munich is also in Germany. So, Ilse is Einstein's cousin. So, Einstein's uncle had a business in Berlin. So, Ilse stayed with her father, but sometimes he used to come to Munich to visit Einstein, where Einstein used to stay as a paying guest. Okay. So, when Ilse came next time, Einstein told this to Ilse that I don't feel that I am going to pass the exam, because I don't have any confidence left with me. I am not going to pass the exam. I am sure you could learn enough to pass the exams, Albert, if you tried, she said. Now, Ilse actually listening these from Einstein, Ilse actually tried to encourage him. Ilse told that I am sure you could learn enough to pass the exam, Albert, if you tried, she said. Ilse told that if you try, Albert, if you try, then I am sure that you could pass the exam. Okay, I know lots of boys who are much more stupid than you are, who get through. And he told that I know lots of boys. Ilse, just to encourage Einstein, Ilse told Einstein that she knew lots of new students, lots of boys who are much more stupid than he was. Okay, Ilse told that he was much more stupid than he was. And who get through, he get through means who passed the exam. Ilse now tried to encourage Einstein, that Ilse told Einstein that she knew that she knew lots of students who passed the exam, though they were not so intelligent as Einstein was. Actually, Ilse tried to encourage Einstein in such a way. They say you don't have to know anything. You don't have to understand what you are taught. Just be able to repeat it in the exam. Now, Ilse again actually was suggesting Einstein how to pass easily. Ilse told that they say you don't have to know anything. They means the stupid students, those who pass the exam. From them Ilse had heard what? That you don't have to understand what you are taught. Actually, that stupid students had told Ilse, or Ilse had heard from these stupid students, that they discuss among themselves that no need to understand what you are taught in the class. Just be able to repeat it in the exam. They actually told Ilse, or Ilse heard from them, that no need to understand. Your job is to remember what is taught to you, and you just repeat it in the exam paper, and then this is the easiest way to pass the exam. That Ilse told Albert, when Albert was disappointed, Albert being disappointed, Albert was telling that he don't feel that he could pass the exam. He doesn't feel that he could pass the exam. At this, Ilse told to Albert that you no need to understand what is being taught to you. He just try to remember it, and in exam time he will repeat it. That's the whole trouble, said Albert. Albert told, that's the problem with me. I am no good at learning things by heart. No good at learning things by heart means I could not remember everything. Okay, means here Einstein told that without understanding the matter, I just cannot remember all this. Remember that Einstein had that argument with the teacher. Einstein told that remembering facts, remembering dates, he doesn't feel that this is the means of education. Einstein always thinks that we must think about ideas. We should get ideas from study so that we can implement in our life. Okay, that was Einstein's theory of education. So Einstein told Ilse that he was not good at all in remembering all these things. You don't need to be good at it. Anyone can learn like a parrot. You just don't try. Now Ilse again told Einstein that don't be disheartened, don't be disappointed. You don't need to good at it. No need that you must be very good in remembering all these things. Anyone can learn like a parrot. We all know the parrot is a bird that can speak. Means what is taught to a parrot can speak of its own. Actually, the structure of a brain of a parrot says that parrot doesn't have any kind of intelligence. The parrot doesn't have any intelligence. Actually, the parrot, what parrot actually listen from others, they only are able to repeat it, okay, as if his brain works as a recorder, but these are all been recorded in the brain, and he just repeats it, okay. This is the parrot. Here Elsa actually encouraged Einstein that if the parrot can learn, you can also, you just don't try, and Elsa told Einstein that you just don't try it, that's why you cannot remember all it. And yet I always see you with a book under your arm, added Elsa, and Elsa told that yes, I am seeing that you are just roaming with a book under your arm. What is one that you are reading? Now Elsa was asking this to Einstein, which book that you are taking under your arm, okay, which book it is? A book on geology, that Albert answered, a book on geology. Geology, rocks and things. Do you learn that geology is a subject that deals with that rocks, earth, this kind of things. So Einstein actually was having a geology book with him, and he answered Elsa that this is a book on geology, okay. And now actually Elsa asked him, geology, rocks and things, the subject that deals with rocks and art and all this. So do you learn that? No, we have hardly any science at school. This is unfortunate. Einstein was telling Elsa, no, we had hardly any sound. Hardly means a very minimum, very less, or almost not. So Einstein told Elsa that we don't have, almost no science is taught in our school. Then why are you studying it? Then Elsa was asking to Einstein, if this book is not taught in school, why you are studying it? Because I like it. Isn't that a good enough reason? Einstein told, yes, I don't bother whether the subject is taught in our school or not. I read it because I like it. It's not the reason of reading it. Yes, Elsa sighed. Elsa, as if Elsa could realize that she could not convince Einstein in such a way. You are right, of course, Albert. She said, actually Elsa had to accept this. Yes, you are all right. If you like, this is a good enough reason that Albert told. I like it, that's why I read it. I don't bother whether it is taught in our school or not. But it wouldn't help with your diploma. But Elsa was trying to tell to Einstein that, okay, that you like it, that's why you read it. But this book, reading of this book is not going to help you to get the diploma from your school, because you are telling that this book is no longer taught in your school. So why you are reading this? Okay, because this book is not going to get your diploma. Apart from books on science, his only comfort was music, and he played his violin regularly until his landlady asked him to stop. Apart from study, Einstein actually always liked to play violin, okay. And but this is also unfortunate that whenever after going back from school, when he used to come to his lodgings, he started to play violin, and his landlady used to tell him to stop violin, this playing of violins. How she would tell? That wailing gets on my nerves, she said. Wailing means a loud crying. Here the tune of that violin, as if it seemed to the landlady as a loud crying. So the landlady used to tell this to Einstein, that this wailing gets on my nerves, means I am getting very much nervous, I am feeling ill, I am feeling uncomfortable after listening the tune of your violin. You stop it, okay. There is enough noise in the house with all the kids howling, and the landlady told, no need to create any extra sound with your violin, okay. There is enough howling is already there. And howling means a hubbub, crying in the house, okay. The children are howling now and then, every time. So don't do this, you stop playing violin there. So in such a way, actually the landlady used to discourage Einstein in playing the violin, and landlady ordered Einstein to stop playing violin. Albert was tempted to point out that most of the time it was she who made them howl, but he decided it was better to say nothing. Now, after listening such answer from the landlady, Albert was sometimes tempted. He was very much excited to answer to that landlady that because of you the children started to cry. You made them all the time to cry because you beat them now and then. But ultimately, but he decided it would be better to say nothing, but ultimately he restricted himself. He did not tell anything. Okay, he was very much tempted. Being angry, he wanted to give this answer to this lady, that you are telling me that children are crying in this house. You made them cry every day. You beat them, but somehow he restrained himself. Okay, he did not tell this to the lady. I must get away from here. He told Yuri after 6 months alone in Munich. Now, in this way, 6 months completed. And now again, when Yuri came to visit Einstein, he told, I must get away from here. He told Yuri that I must get away means I must go away from here. Okay, I cannot, it is absurd that I should go on like this. Albert told Yuri, it's absurd that I should continue my days like these. In the end, it will turn out I have been wasting my father's money and everyone's time. Actually, Einstein was very much clear about his future, that such is the days. If this time goes on without any change, then ultimately it will be proved that Einstein has wasted his father's money and everyone's time, because the result was zero. Einstein was not going to get anything good. Einstein is not going to achieve something great from such a school and such atmosphere. See, he was very much clear about it, and that's why he was telling Yuri that I must get away from there. Okay, otherwise it will be proved that I have wasted my father's money, because I am not going to pass in the exam, and I have wasted everyone's time as well. It will be better for all if I stop now. And he was very much confirmed that it would be the only way that he would have to stop this, because the way he was going, it's not good at all. He was not doing anything to himself also, as if he also thought that it's a wasting of my father's money and wasting of everyone's time, because I am not going to achieve anything. Because this is true, if you cannot mentally satisfied, then how could you achieve anything? Because almost all the teachers in the school, Einstein did not have any relationship. He had a very cold relationship. Now and then the teacher used to rebuke him, and he also started to argue with the teacher. So he could not manage a good relationship with all the teachers. So he could not manage to study well in the school, and such is the case. And if it continues, then the result would be very poor. Einstein knew it, and that is why he told that it will be better if I stop now. If I stop going to school, it will be better for all. And then what will you do? Yuri asked. Yuri told, okay, suppose you have stopped it, then what you will do then afterwards? Okay. So what Einstein will answer up to this today. Next class we will continue. I feel you have understood. If you have any question, you may ask question to me. If you have any question, you may ask. Today up to this, in my next class, we'll continue the next part. Thank you.